Hello.
Hey, give me 1 second.
Okay.
Good. Yeah, there we go. Yeah, just got out of another call. How you guys doing?
Good, good. Happy Valentine's Day.
Yeah,
Yeah,
yeah. Happy Valentine's Day. Yeah, I think Ron, you're up first. I think the first time meeting
yeah,
each other.
yeah. Nice to meet you. I'm watching a lot of your videos, so it's kind of nice to see you in person. So
Yeah, at least over Zoom.
yeah, yeah,
So, where are you currently at with your business? Are you just getting
yeah,
started?
yeah. I'm just getting everything focused. I signed up yesterday, and currently going through the business setup process. I scheduled some scheduling a meeting with Dula. I have an LLC already, so there's some questions I just want to ask in terms of like the DBA and so forth. And I was talking to is it Gage yesterday. Um,
Mhm.
he said, we can still use my existing LLC, just do a DBA, so for whatever company I want to, store I want to call it. So just some questions on that, and that's where I'm currently at right now.
Okay. Yeah, so you actually don't need a DBA for your LLC. You can if you want, but we don't have a DBA for our stores.
So
Um,
I can keep the
go ahead.
name as it is, and then like if I create a store, I can still it's still okay having a different name for the store.
Yeah, that's completely fine.
Oh, okay, perfect.
It's actually better if you have a age LLC because
Yeah, it's about 5 years.
yeah, even better than a new LLC.
Okay. Yeah, so just going to continue with the rest of the module 1 and 2, and then I'll probably schedule. I need to fill out that form, and then I'll probably schedule a one-on-one with you then.
Hmm. Yeah, yeah, try to schedule that today or whenever you can.
Okay.
Do you have any other questions besides the LLC or anything you're just curious about that I can help you with?
Um, it's really going to come down to the niche selection. That's going to really, when I get through that, that I'll have the most probably the most questions, and then the area of suppliers. Definitely, I'm sure I'll have questions there. On negotiation, closing deals, things of that nature. And then one question I did want to ask specifically is the for the customer service side, when you are talking to people about the product you're selling, how in depth do you go with in terms of being like a subject matter expert? Like if you're selling water pumps, like how much in depth would I need to be to service those calls?
Yeah, that's a good question. Obviously, number one, it's gonna depend on the products that you're selling, but let's just
Mhm.
say the water pump example. Naturally, something like that is gonna be more detailed because you want to make sure it fits their
Right.
home.
Specifications. Yeah.
So you kind of have to know a little bit about it.
Okay.
But in the beginning, if you let's just say don't know anything about water pumps, then I would recommend trying to just learn about the products, watching some videos, blogs,
Okay.
forums. That's one thing you could do. Second thing you can do is I find it a little bit easier if you can take the customer's questions
Hmm.
and just like ask ChatGPT that same question and see if they can explain to you like um, in a simple way, so that way you can understand exactly what they're asking for.
Okay.
It's really just a mix of both to learn the products. But within 1 or 2 weeks, you already be, you know,
Reverse on it.
60, 70, 80% there in terms of like knowing the products.
Okay. Um, yeah, no, that's great. Yeah, because I'm not afraid of getting, doing product knowledge. I just want to kind of curious to see, like, your new store, someone calls you, and then, how much trust do they have in you when you first start? Just want to kind of get a feel for that in your experience.
Yeah, I mean, by all means, if you don't know, that's completely fine. How I play it is if someone calls my store and I pick up and they ask me like a very detailed question, that I just can't find the answer to. And I just
Mhm.
tell them, hey, it's a great question. I actually can't find the answer to your question here, and I don't want to give you the wrong answer. So
Uh-huh.
let me confirm your question with the manufacturer, and I'll give you a call right back. Is this the best number?
Okay.
And 90% of the times they say yes. Let's just say hypothetically they just ask like, shouldn't you be an expert on this? Then I always just say, oh, it's just my first week working at this job.
Okay.
Yeah.
And then on suppliers, and I'm sure we'll probably see this throughout the modules, but just if I can ask, and let me know if I should just wait. But how are they like? How receptive are they to like new stores and when you're coming on board requesting to be a partner and so forth? Like in your experience, how receptive are they?
Yeah. So it's always gonna differ niche by niche.
Okay.
But yeah, something like saunas, which a lot of people do sell.
Hmm.
Over time, you'll find suppliers they might not accept dealers just because they don't want to saturate the space
Yeah.
with too many dealers. You'll find some niches like that, but generally, it's not like you just can't get any suppliers in that niche because with the niche selection, we generally want to pick more than one product. We're not just selling one
Sure.
product most of the time. That way, you're not just tied down to a select few of suppliers before you start the store.
Okay. Yeah, really excited to start. I just those are some of the things I just want to kind of touch on. But yeah, let's move over. I don't want to take up too much of your time. So
Yeah, all good. No, I mean, that's why I'm here to answer any questions that you might have now or a little bit later on.
okay,
But yeah, it was good questions.
thank you.
Yeah, cool. Think got Ayush. Do you have any questions? I think you're in the car.
Yeah, no, I'm just driving. Yeah, so I launched ads I think like 1 to 2 days ago. I've been working with Ray on them. So I think like right now where I'm at is that the ads are getting like lots of impressions, or I guess like a decent amount of impressions. I'm getting like I got like 2 clicks yesterday, and I think I'm at like 2 to 3 clicks today. And I've just been like raising the bids. Besides like raising the bids and like doing like optimization, is there anything else I could like potentially be like just like missing that could like I don't know like make a big difference? Because I'm trying to figure out like what else I could be doing on the ad side.
Yeah.
It's not
So
spending.
yeah, good question. So obviously, if it's not spending, then it just comes down to your bids. But I would recommend checking out the Google Doc, the 0 to 20K blueprint in terms of what you should be doing around that stage in your business for the ads. But uh, to TLDR that basically you want to be closing more suppliers consistently, and you want to be keyword sculpting your keywords ideally every day in the beginning, and that way you're sending the high buying intent keywords to the low campaign, and then you're just removing any junk keywords overall. um, if it's just still not spending, then it could be because there's not much brand demand, or you have the campaign set up incorrectly.
Got it. Okay. Because yesterday I have it running for like 2 brands right now, the ads, and it did like I think yesterday like 900 like impressions. So I don't really know, like what that means in terms, like where that is on the scale.
Yeah, 900 impressions to yesterday.
Yeah, yesterday, and then I think today, or actually it might have been 1,300. Let me quickly check. But yeah, it's around. It's like definitely like in the 1,000 range. Like today we're at 1,000 impressions with 2 clicks.
Yeah. um yeah, you have impressions, so that means you are showing up in terms of your ads. I would just every 24 hours be raising your bids gradually.
Okay. So on Google Shopping, when you raise the bid, is that just that mainly just increases the chance you get shown in like the first like 2 to 3 products, right? Like.
So Google Ads is always like an auction. So
Yeah.
if someone is bidding $1 and you're bidding 90 cents, they're always going to be showing in front of you. And whoever's at the very top of Google, they're more likely to get clicks because most of the times they're not really scrolling past all the other ads just to click on your ads. A few
Yeah.
people will, but just a small percentage.
Yeah, because I typed in like my brands, and then I do show up on Google Ads, which is like good. Like it's like a little bit down the line. But and then Ray was saying to try the Shopify thing where you change the background of the product, because right now, like we're doing like the Pilates reformers, right? So it's just the Pilates reformers on a white background, and there's like 30 listings exactly the same. So I was thinking, like he was saying, to like potentially like change the background just so like the eyes are more drawn to it. To hopefully increase the click-through rate. But at the same time, I don't want to like, because people want to be able to easily see the machines. I don't want to like, it has to be like contrasting, if that makes sense.
Yeah. The AI images definitely do work, especially if everyone else is using white background. You having a unique background will definitely get more people to click on your ad.
Yeah.
But obviously, you want to make sure that it's actually visible, that they can see the product.
Yeah, because I feel like in the sauna niche, since that's like the most like saturated one, everybody's doing the images in the background. The Pilates one, less so. Everybody's doing white. Like there's nothing, like everything is white. So I think it might be, I guess, like beneficial competition wise. Or at least that's what I think.
Yeah,
But
I mean, with saunas is if everyone's doing like the AI backgrounds, then you actually want to do the opposite. You want to stick to white background.
yeah. So just
You just want to do
contrast look different.
the opposite of what most people are doing.
Okay. And then what do you think is considered a pretty like average like click-through rate? Because like obviously like right now it's at 0.19%, so 2 clicks on 1,000 impressions. What is like a number you should be aiming for on a click-through rate?
Yeah, that's definitely low. But again, click-through rate does not determine if your ads are going to be profitable or not. It could
Okay.
be a sign that something is broken, but that doesn't dictate how well your ads will do. You could have a
Okay.
campaign that has a really high click-through rate, doesn't mean it's going to do really well necessarily.
Okay. And an impression is considered when like you just show up on the screen, right? On someone's screen. That's considered an impression. Because
Yeah.
okay, so then 1,000 by today is like not like, I mean, it's not great, but it like at least shows that there's brand demand, right? Or
Yeah. So, I mean, if your store appears like 5 times, that's still 5 impressions. That doesn't mean 5 people saw your ad.
oh yeah, because multiple products show up when you search the brand. That makes sense. Okay, so yeah, I watched the 20,000 0 to 20,000 scaling roadmap a couple times. So I mean, it sounds like just besides the keyword sculpting, closing more suppliers, adding that to the ads, and then maybe adding promotions to the Google ads. There's not really much I can do, right, on top of the raising bids. Like I'm just trying to like figure out if there's anything else that I could do.
Yeah, so do you have like all your back end set up, like live chat, phone, email marketing?
Yeah, for the most part. I have to like flesh out the email flows more, but for the most part, like pop up and everything is set up.
Okay. Assuming all the back end is all set up, then the number one priority right now is marketing and more suppliers. So obviously Google Ads is what you want to focus on, but naming again is really driving traffic to your products. So with your campaigns, you could spend money in the shopping campaigns. You can also launch search campaigns if your shoppings aren't spending much as well. But from what you told me, you have a 0.2 CTR. I'm just looking at mine for the month. I'm at 1.12.
Okay.
So in terms of like answering that question, you generally want to aim for like 0.5 to 1% in terms of your CTR. And your CTR is low just because of your bids being low.
That makes sense. Okay. And then this last question. I know it varies niche to niche, but like right now, on my medium and low campaigns, the bids are between like $2 to $3 depending on the price range. At what point is it like kind of getting a little excessive? Like is $5 to $7 a click like something that you do in some of your campaigns, or is that kind of like just a little crazy?
Yeah, good question. So it always depends on niche, but I have a barbecue store. I think that's what's shown on the modules. for one of the campaigns, we have bids anywhere from $10 to $20 in the low campaign.
$20 a click.
Yeah, $10 to $20 per click. That's what we're bidding, but the average CPC is around $8. So just because you're bidding $20 doesn't mean you're gonna get a click for $20.
So I guess in the beginning, then, like, what's the drawback then of me like putting like an abnormally high bid, and then if the bids lower than what I have it set to, because then you show up at the front, right? I mean, I guess you're like unnecessarily spending money, but
Yeah, like you said, you're just unnecessarily spending money. It's better to go slow and raise your bids gradually than overshoot, and then you have to lower your bids back down because you just waste time.
Okay.
And waste money that way.
So in this beginning stage, should I just reevaluate bids like every 24 hours then?
Yeah, 24 hours.
Okay. Yeah. So then I'll reevaluate the bids every 24 hours. I'll raise it by like 25 to 50 cents. And then just do more keyword sculpting and adding suppliers. Then I think that's what the action plan sounds like.
Yeah, exactly. You definitely want to do that consistently until you see your CTR around like 0.5. That's usually when you're showing at a healthy point in your shopping campaigns.
Yeah. I think the background image thing would actually make a big deal just because everybody has white backgrounds, like everybody. So I'm gonna try that out.
Yeah, I mean, it definitely will. You just like you mentioned, you want something that
is easy to see the product. Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Okay, I'll think of something. Yeah, appreciate it, Trevor. Thank you for your time.
Yeah, no worries. Cool. Yep, up next we have Roy.
Hey, what's up, Trevor?
Hello. What's up?
All right, so I got a couple questions. First question is about how would you deal with a product that has like a ton of images? Because I don't want to just upload the images on Empire Theme and then it's just like a huge list of images, but also, having the capability to assign each variant an image is good. So I'm trying to figure out the best way to like have the images up there so that people can actually see them and know which variation they're for, but without making it look so crowded on the product page.
Yeah. How many images is that roughly?
It's probably about at least 50 to 100. It's different products.
Yeah, so I saw a brand called Outdoor Plus. It's a pretty popular brand. And they have like a ton of different variants. But basically, this is how I would do it. Let me share my screen. You see how these fire pits, instead of having an image for this fire pit with each one of these like rocks, you could just have one image like this and label each one of these variants as the variant and just have one image there.
Mm.
Let me see if I can go under store. Yeah, kind of like this. Yeah, this is what I'm explaining.
Okay.
Like an image like this.
Okay. Yeah, I'm trying to see. So I have like these same sort of swatches for the variants. So you're saying just having the swatches is the most important thing. It's more important than having each color combination uploaded.
Yeah, because when you click on the color like this, it's just going to take you to this. Whenever you're doing this, you just have to make it easy for customers to view all the color combinations.
Okay.
But yeah, you could do this inside Canva, or I think the supplier just gives you this already. But yeah, I would just make a Canva doc with the Shopify dimensions and then put the colors, label it. That way customers can know, hey, this is vanilla and this is what it looks like.
Okay, cool. And I have the way mine is set up, I'm not using like words for the images. I mean, for the variant options, I'm using like these exact swatches. So where he has limestone, I'll just have like a Mine is just like a swatch of the limestone color already.
Okay. Um, you could do either way. I feel like the words is a little bit easier,
Hmm.
just because like if you have a ton of different colors, I mean, it can go either way.
Yeah.
As long as it's accurately represented, you could go either way. But I'd use the text, and then I just bring them to a variant with all the images that they can look through.
Okay, cool. And I heard you talking about the AI background images. Was that in that video that you put out recently about why you're not getting sales? Like, did you show how to do that in the video or no?
Yeah, so with AI images, you just have to go to your Shopify dashboard, click on any
Mhm.
product that you want to do the AI images, and you could create the AI images that way. Let me show you. But actually, I would recommend doing it through Google Merchant Center because it's going to be a little bit better. You can make the ad a different image and not impact the actual image on the website.
Oh, okay, okay. And I think you were explaining how they made some changes to Google Merchant Center, so now all of your listings are combined. Does that have to do with products with variations?
Yes. Now the listings on Google Shopping, they're kind of like Amazon, where it's like one listing and a bunch of sellers under that listing, and it rotates between who is like shown up as the actual uh, main store that people are clicking on.
Oh, so it's not like a long list of stores anymore of options.
Uh, for the most part, it's on most people are on the new Google Shopping view.
Oh, okay. I haven't looked at it in a while. I have to check it out. Okay, Trevor. Well, that was all for me.
Yeah, let me show you how to do the images. So you go to products, and then just pick a random product. I believe it's transfer your product images with AI, get started. And then, so you could do edit background, which is removes the image background, or you can generate a scene. So you pick the main product, describe the product, and then you can just describe the scene. The more descriptive you are with the prompt right here, will give you better results. But you could also use these any pre-built backgrounds as well.
Okay. Oh, wow.
Yes,
That was super. Oh, yeah. That's clean. Yeah. That's cool.
yeah, it has gotten better over time. But if you find that like this is too dark, then you want to obviously use a prompt like make sure the background see, um, daytime is time bright and contrasty. Yeah, so if you don't like the results, then you just have to generate a new scene until you get the results you want.
Okay. And then you just select one and then just save it, and it won't change the image at all on your actual site.
Yeah, I would just change the image on the actual ad.
Okay. Cool. Cool.
I just want to see what it looks like.
Change it to the website, right? It's only for the Google Ads.
Yep.
Nice.
Yeah, I probably pick something like the side profile doesn't look as this angle profile looks a bit better. So yeah,
Yeah.
I would select the main like this image and then use the AI background.
Okay. Okay. Thanks, Trevor.
Mm-hmm. I guess next we have Suyang.
Yeah, thank you. I have a few questions. And quick update for my second store. I acquired one supplier this week, and CRM is finalized. So CRM is set up. Started to run Google Ads, which is awesome. So I have question about Google Ads. So I aggressively increased the bids because I know the first store have some like the average bids for high and medium and low. And so far, comparing to the first store, the bids are pretty high for the second store already, but the overall impression is low. So I was wondering if it is normal, like depends on the niche, depends on the store, the bids are
Yeah,
pretty different.
yeah, definitely. Since I know both of your stores, your second store is in a more competitive niche, so it's generally going to
Mm.
have higher bids.
Oh, okay. Um, all right, so let me see for example, the medium campaign I have $7 for over $8,000 products, but the impression is 48 only. So that means I need to increase more the bids, right?
Yeah, depending on that's 48 like today, right?
Yeah, for today.
Okay. Yeah, also it just depends on how many products there are in the 8,000 plus price range and if there's a volume for that as well.
Okay. 15 products I have.
Okay. Yeah. Um I would be raising the bids until you get to a point where it's naturally spending, and then I would
Okay.
wait at least 4 days that way you can see the search impression share metric and search
Okay.
apps top impression share just to see like, where are you in the auction on Google Ads.
Mm-hmm. Cool, cool. Okay, I'll do that. I'll let you know.
Hmm.
And regarding the supplier acquisition, so still it's a bit challenging without having the actual physical showroom. So out of 10, I acquired 3. About 10 is contacting right now, and like other 10 suppliers are not answering at all. So I'm keeping contact with them. But after looking at those about 30 suppliers, it's hard to find the suppliers for my niche. So I was thinking about to have the multiple niche to the website. So for example, if you go to recovery site, they have like training niche, the fitness niche, saunas, everything is on one store, but looking like they're doing good business. So I was wondering if I need to find multiple niche in the store or I should just focus on one niche for now.
Yeah, so you can definitely expand a little bit in the beginning and
Mm-hmm.
and add the other related products to your store, but
Okay.
you still want to mainly focus on the main product type because your whole domain name is based on that main
Right.
product type. So
Right.
that naturally is going to convert way better. And then same thing with your emails. You want
Mm-hmm.
to make sure that is very tailored towards the
Mm-hmm.
product that they're selling. So for
You
example, if
mean
you're
email
selling,
marketing?
yeah, if you're
Uh-huh.
selling saunas,
Mm-hmm.
then your email newsletter and your email pop-up should be sauna
Focus on
specific.
saunas only. Oh, okay. Same as the social marketing network.
Yeah, naturally, if your domain name and your email marketing and the rest of your website is tailored towards the
Mm-hmm.
main product of advertising, you're going to
Mm-hmm.
convert more people into sales
Mm-hmm.
that way.
Okay. And what if in the future, if I want to expand the niche, expand with the multiple categories later, should I consider to change my domain?
Say the last part again.
So should I consider to change my domain because my domain name is really focused on one niche. But if I'm looking at recovery, it's generally talking about recovery products for the athletics. So I was wondering if I need to change the domain name if I have some particulars in the future.
You can, but I don't recommend it because your main product type is already there's a lot of demand, high price point. There's a lot of things you can do with just this one product alone that I wouldn't even consider broadening it out anytime soon.
Okay, yeah, sounds clear. Awesome. Yeah, thank you so much. I think that's all for right now. And for next week, I will finalize the Klaviyo website, emailing marketing, and continuously upload the products. But I will let you know about the Google Ads and other supply acquisition process.
Okay. Yeah, no problem. Let me know anything that comes up.
Okay, thank you.
Cool. Next got Aaron.
Hey Trevor, how's it going?
Good. How are you?
Cool, pretty good, pretty good. So the main area of focus for today is going to be supplier acquisition. That's what I'm working on catching up on currently. Going to be mostly reaching out over email. I don't have the open phone service working, so I'll be probably using the personal phone for that if they do want to do any phone calls, because I don't know if it's something new, but they wanted the EIN number to be 30 days old. Is that something that you know about?
Not that I'm aware of, but I would just use your personal phone just to call them.
And for the supplier phone number, just curious, how important is it to have a specific line for suppliers only? Is that something that's frequently used?
Not frequently used, but it's generally that easier that way. So that way you can tell, like, whenever you get a call, is it a supplier or is it a customer?
Okay, that's good to know. Yeah, so there's a couple of things I'm working on. I just got this EIN about a week ago, so I'm going back and doing the business bank account, open phone as well. So
yeah, if you want a free another number that you can use just for suppliers, you could use Google Voice.
Okay, that's cool. And can you record on Google Voice as well?
No, I don't think you can.
So what do you think would be the best way to record the calls in that case?
Yeah, so if you're using Google Voice, if you have another device like a laptop,
sure,
you could open up any voice recording software, voice memos or OBS or Loom, any of those, and then click record, and then that way, when you're on the phone, just put on speakerphone and then record the whole combo.
Right. And for reaching out to suppliers when we present the website, we have some demo. I have some demo products on there. I was talking to Ray about adding some more. Like, do you think it's important to have a high amount of demo products on the website? Like, so that way the Alibaba products, a good variety, or is it not really that important to?
Yeah, so depending on how many collections you have, I would have like 3 to 5 products inside each of your collections. That way, if they click on any product or any collection, then there's at least some products there.
Sure. Okay. Yeah, that's really about all I got for questions. I'm working on reaching out to suppliers. Going to be sending some emails starting off pretty soon. I'm meeting with Ray tomorrow to discuss that further.
Okay. Yeah, sounds good. You definitely want to make calls over email as much as possible because you're just going to get.
Okay, cool. Yeah, I'll probably be using the Google Voice then because, yeah, like I say, I don't have the open phone service. Probably going to be another week or two before I get that working. So.
Okay. Yeah. Use Google Voice. That's free.
Okay.
Make calls that way.
Sure.
Sounds good.
Thanks.
Yep. Guess we have Jackson. How's it going, Jackson?
Hey Trevor. Hey guys, just joined yesterday, so going through the action items right now, and yeah, just getting started.
Nice. You're starting from scratch?
Yeah, I do have some experience. I mean, with Amazon dropshipping, which which was good for for a certain period of time, but I got deactivated because of Section 3 dropshipping. So yeah, so I haven't done that in a while. So now just starting on high ticket. Initially, plan was to start on low ticket, but then discovered the high ticket space, so I decided to hop on there.
Gotcha. Yeah, I used to do Amazon dropshipping too. Like, did you source from like wholesale suppliers or like retail suppliers?
So my I was actually about to like start wholesale, but then what happened was my account got deactivated by then, so then I just stopped. But essentially, initially retail. I had one wholesale supplier, but I guess one of my customers complained that they got a packaging in a Walmart box, and uh, Amazon just decided. But then I didn't really go back. I tried to get my account reinstated, because there's like it's too much of a hassle with Amazon. It's like there's a lot of policies, and I feel like if it's FBA or private label, it makes more sense. But yeah.
Yeah, I definitely agree with you. I also sold on Walmart the same thing. I sold Amazon products on Walmart, so just doing retail arbitrage, and they eventually banned the account. So a few years back.
Yeah, actually, I started the process of getting a Walmart account last month. Initially, because I was thinking of maybe just starting Walmart, but with wholesale only. But I'm waiting for my Walmart account to get approved. But I'm not going to be selling, at least for now. Once wholesale, like once high ticket maybe like picks up, I want to like try to diversify and see if I can use Walmart to like get some sales up as well.
Yeah, the good thing with high ticket is like you're technically still closing wholesale suppliers, so
Right.
um,
Yeah.
you just have to see if they will allow you to sell in the marketplace. It's just with like any supplier in general.
Perfect. Yeah. That's right. Yeah. So I guess in terms of contacting suppliers initially, when you don't have, like, I guess when you have a website, but if you have no products with, like, when you initially have no suppliers, how do you I guess tackle or closing with suppliers?
Yeah, so we want to set up a demo website with our niche that we picked out, and then we also want to have demo products on there. So that way, when the supplier's looking at our website, they see that we actually have products on our website.
And these demo products, do we just like just grab just random pictures online, or?
Yeah, you can put products from Amazon, from AliExpress, Alibaba. It's just there temporarily
Okay,
until you
sounds
get
good.
some real suppliers.
Yeah,
Hmm.
thanks.
Yeah. Did you have any other questions or anything curious you were wondering about that I can help you with?
To be honest, I don't want to ask like dumb questions, I guess I haven't gone
No,
through the
I mean,
content.
there's no such thing as dumb questions.
Yeah, so because I don't want to if it's already in the like I guess video and stuff, I don't want to like reiterate it. But I think in terms of, yeah, I guess picking up on niche, I like did watch one of your videos in terms of like going through Google search trends and stuff. And I saw the initial Google Word document where you like suggested some niches. Or like, do you recommend just like starting out with that, or like is it better to like still like look for what other options are out there, sort of thing, or just like go with something that's generic because it's higher search volume, sort of thing?
Yeah, I mean, I still use the random word generator to get initial ideas, and then I make sure those ideas hit the checklist. So over 30,000 monthly search volume, not seasonal, plenty of suppliers, and medium to low competition.
Okay, perfect. All right.
But yeah, definitely. I don't think you have booked the intro call yet with me,
No, I
so
have
make sure
not.
you book that
Yeah,
when you can.
perfect. Thanks. So yeah, I was just working on that Word document. I want to make sure that I get that to you before I book it.
Okay,
So
yeah,
I'll
no
probably
worries.
book a call for Monday or something.
Okay, no problem.
I guess one last question was I am in Canada, so I'm going to be opening up my account in the US, and I think I think I'm pretty sure I'll go with Dula so that it's easier. But one thing what I wanted to ask was I was talking to Marcus, and he said if you're outside of US, you don't get to get a credit card from your US bank account, which makes sense. So paying with these suppliers, am I able to use my Canadian credit card to pay these suppliers, or is it just a debit card only, sort of thing, or wire transfer?
Yeah, so it's going to depend on the supplier, but most US suppliers will accept Canadian credit cards. You just have to see if there's like any foreign exchange fees, because otherwise that kind of defeats the whole purpose of it using a
Oh, right,
credit card.
right, right. Okay, makes sense.
Yeah, and there's always the ACH option too.
Okay, okay. Yeah, the only reason why I was thinking of credit card because it was since it's a high ticket product, I'll probably get the points. So
Yeah. Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah, you definitely want to use a credit card to get the points. It's again, if you're international, sometimes it's not going to be possible. Um, in that case, you'll have to use a debit card or a ACH.
Do we have any other like I guess Canadian sellers in the community that was able to get a US credit card or something or like figure a way around this?
Yeah, we definitely have a lot of Canadians in the community. Not any that I know that is using a US credit card.
Okay,
I'll tag you the names that you could speak with that are from Canada. So
I appreciate that.
yeah, yeah, I'll send you that over on Discord.
Yeah, that's mainly my questions, I think. And I guess if you have any tips or suggestions for like first time people that's getting into it, like how to like the mindset approach and stuff, maybe if you could like give a brief on that.
Yeah, of course. Yeah, the main thing that's going to be very important in the beginning is just really speed. Like
Okay, okay.
how fast you take action, because you can get caught up with the niche selection sometimes for weeks. I've seen people take weeks sometimes to pick out their niche. Try not to overthink. That's why we have the niche selection call.
Okay.
Sometimes people go through a niche selection call and then they still want to think it twice, and then they take like 2 to 3 weeks to even pick a niche. Like there's no perfect niche out there. There's always pros and cons of each niche. The main thing is like you pick one, stick with it, and you know build your store as soon as possible.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, and other things is just try to stay organized in the beginning, because you might have you know company documents, your LLC, EIN, resale, all that information, logins. So try to
Right. Yeah.
centralize that all in one place. I recommend like Notes or Notion, or using something like LastPass to save your passwords.
Yeah, I do have LastPass. I'll probably just use that.
Okay.
And so you were saying about LLCs, right? So I actually wanted to talk about this. So do you start the LLC process after you select your niche? Because do we put the LLC as like something related to the niche name, company name, or does it really even matter, the LLC name?
No, the LLC name does not matter with the niche.
Okay, so I guess sorry again, I'm not sure if I'm asking the right question. Should I haven't gone through the videos, but should I start like essentially if I go through the content like today or by the end of the day, should I start the LLC process over the weekend before like until like or should I wait until the niche selection call until
Yeah.
when I
Yeah, so definitely try to follow things in order. So business setup is always going to be number one. So you definitely want to set up your LLC first before you pick the niche.
okay,
Um, that way, while you're picking out your niche, your business is, being formed, because there's always a wait time
yeah,
for that.
okay. Do you know how like what's the uh average wait time sort of?
Yeah. So Dula says if you're international, the average wait time is 2 to 4 weeks. You can pay for expedited, um, if you're international as well. So I would recommend expedited if you plan on going pretty fast.
And
Um,
expedited would it be within 2 weeks, I'm assuming?
yeah, but also it's also coming up tax season, so things are just naturally going to be a little bit like slower, cramped around this time of the year.
Right, right, okay. And have you ever like did the same model like in other marketplaces, like for instance Canada or like a different country?
I haven't personally, but we have some clients that do. They sell in the U.S. and in Canada. Um,
Okay.
The main
I
thing
know.
is you just have to make sure your suppliers ship there, and there's no additional fees to ship to customers in Canada. And then the same thing with the marketing, you just duplicate the campaigns and set the location to Canada.
Awesome. Okay, thanks.
Mm-hmm. Cool. I guess Ron, Jackson, any other questions I can help you with?
I had one
Yeah.
question. I'm looking at the for the Shopify theme. There's a Peak Flow agency, but I think I watched one of your other videos and you mentioned Empire. Which one would I go with? I know Empire has a cost. I think there's like a cost for Empire.
Yeah. I mean, all the premium themes, there is always a cost to it.
Okay. How about the one that you guys you have the one that says free premium Shopify?
Yeah, so that one was for like a while ago
Okay.
that Marcus got. Honestly, it's not that great anymore. I wouldn't really recommend it. You could use it, but I would not. I would have heavily recommend against it.
So the Empire would be a suitable one.
Empire, Warehouse, are two popular ones that we recommend.
Okay. Thank you.
Mm-hmm. But you can always explore other themes. The main thing, you want to look for like a search bar that's in the middle, like Amazon.
Yeah.
You want to make sure the product page is laid out well for a customer to read. You know, I think it's good if you find a theme that not a lot of people are using because it makes your store look a little bit more unique.
I gotcha. Okay. Yeah, and I'll probably have more questions when I go through the training, but I'll finish up the onboarding questionnaire and then I'll schedule my call with you. Probably what's your latest today?
I think the earliest is going to be Monday.
Okay.
Yeah.
Sounds good. All right. Well, thank you so much. This has been very helpful.
Yeah, of course.
Nice to meet you.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Nice to meet
Thanks,
you.
guys.
Have a good weekend.
Same
Yeah,
to
you
you.
too.
Yep. Bye.
Bye.